Hey guys, happy Friday. Welcome to your Fridays in your Max Salary Week. I'm Dr. Myrdalis Diaz Ramirez, creator of the Max Salary Mastermind. You can find it at maxsalary.com, MAXALLURE, and also of our Design Your Physician Life podcast. And this last week we had Dr. Essary in our Design Your Physician Life podcast, and hopefully she'll join us shortly. Let me see. Is she there? No. Hello. Hi. How are you? Welcome. We're waiting for Dr. Essary, and we're going to be talking about how to develop wellness through real estate passive investments. And why are we doing that? Well, one of the main topic that we try to tackle here is how physicians can avoid burnout or fight burnout. And we know that we have ways of dealing. Let's see. Hi, how are you? We have ways of dealing with creativity and finding other sources of income where we feel like we can work for pleasure, for joy, and not for need. We're going to be able to present better to our patients. And I would love for you guys to join subscribe to our podcast, Design Your Physician Life. You subscribe or not, you're going to be able to see the podcast that we had this week with Dr.Essary's story. I won't tell you much about it because I would like her to come and tell us a little bit about it herself, and because I want you to listen to that episode. But one of the things that we've noticed is that many of the physicians who are happy in their works in the hospital or at the offices are because they're being able to be in control of their life, and they're able to be in control of their life in different ways. We talk about entrepreneurship specifically because entrepreneurship is so vast. You can have entrepreneurship that's through passive or active income. And when you're able to control your experience in a significant way, meaningful way, where it provides a resource of, a capability for you to get out of your mind your thoughts and be able to control your experience, and to a point that you can come and control your patient's experience, the experience of others, and provide the best situation for them, then you're happy, right? So many people will do that through passive income in real estate, and Dr. Essary has done that by being able to have other sources of income. She then is able to, I'm going to go to work today, and I know that I can work in a pleasant way despite all the hurdles that we have there, because I have these other things happening that make me happy and also bring meaning to my life and the lives of others. So talking about wellness, when we talk about wellness, it's important that we take care of ourselves and having time to do things. For example, if we talk about lifestyle medicine, being a physician, there's a lot that we unfortunately are not taught about in medical school, and we do share still with our patients in terms of lifestyle medicine. And many times we're not able to be compliant with those because we don't have time for ourselves to be doing that. In terms of how can we do these things, if we organize our lives in a way where we have activities that provide us with some sort of extra income where we can change. Oh, there she is. Let's bring her in. Yes, I'm so excited. Where we have extra time, like we have the hospital hours and we organize those well, and we also have extra hours that we organize for these other activities. We can even cut back on the hospital hours if we want it. And knowing that you have that freedom is just something that's going to improve your wellness. It's going to improve your relationship with others, which through lifestyle medicine we know that that's important, and the stress is going to be less. And here we have her. Hey, Dr. Essary, how are you today?
Hi, Myrdalis. Great to see
I
you. Happy to
Same
join you.
here. Same here. Thank you for being here. I know that you're busy today working with patient work, so thank you.
Oh, no, my pleasure. Happy to join.
So I was telling our guest here about how you've been able to achieve wellness through passive real estate, developing this through the years in your life. So if you want to tell us a little bit what that has meant for you in your situation, how you've been able to be in a better state of health for you and also provide health care to others because of real estate.
Yes, I started my journey in multifamily. It really was a long time ago, 10 years ago, but I really didn't do syndications. That's why we are mostly interested. Until about 4 years ago, I started passive, as you mentioned, and has impacted my life a lot. First, when I saw the passive income coming, is like you say, peace of mind. No, it's having peace of mind is part of our wellness objective, I think, because we have an extra income. It really was not my intent to replace my job. I mean, I really wanted to have the security, the confidence that was not just relying on my clinical income. So it was great. And then when I learned to do it more, I like it. I have several passive deals going on now. And more recently, it was just a little over a year that I started becoming involved more actively. So it's been like a progression for me. But what I can tell you is that it has replaced the income of other physicians I know. I bet their situation was different, but I really love what I do. I was able to reduce my hours. Yes, I did that. I did an adjustment, but I love my teaching environment. I'm a dermatopathologist, so I have to teach dermatology residents. And when I get a chance, I teach them too about that they have to start creating their passive income when they are young, because that's something that I didn't learn right away. And I wish I had discovered it before, but I don't think it comes to our lives. Uh, we have different ways of conducting our lives, as a way to put it. But the financial wellness is very important for all of us. You don't have to abandon your clinical career if you can balance both. Real estate, when done the correct way, produces passive income. You just need to learn to manage that income. That's it. Learn to meet your, I don't know if you guys have talked about general partners and limited partners. There are two main players in these indications. The general partners are the people who find the property, do all the underwriting, do all the deals with the loans and the insurance. And the passive people just contribute their funds and they receive their paychecks, sort of say, every month or every quarter. You need to learn a little bit about how the whole process works. Mainly have confidence in the general partners, which means you have to get to know them, to interview them a little bit. And with that confidence that you're getting involved with the right property plus the right team running the asset, you'll see the funds coming. It has happened to me. I mean, I have some general partners I have invested with them several times because they look so stable, so professional in how they do their operations. And it's just like you feel confident in clinical medicine when you find a good doctor, a good colleague. Is the same feeling when you do real estate with good groups, with groups you can trust.
So I have a friend. She became financially independent through the use of syndications only in the limited partnership role. Now she has a general partnership roles, and that has expanded the way that they're able to, to live, and that's become a great part of what they're doing, and the way that they learn is they start, with physicians, and she was a physician who was truly burnt out, and she decided, I cannot live like this anymore as an emergency room physician. And then she went on and she took over a year, almost 2 years of learning exactly what it took to learn, like from the tax, from the laws, from the part of the property and all that stuff, before she really started to invest as a limited partner. Once she becomes a limited partner who is receiving what she calls mail money, because it's, passive income is coming in the mail, then she was able to stop doing emergency medicine. We don't want physicians to stop doing medicine. She stopped doing that because she was really in a position where she had to take care of herself as a human being. So then she was able to do that by planning. She designed her physician life in a way that she was going to go and do the limited partnership. She was able to get her income. She stopped doing the emergency room medicine, and nowadays she sees patients quite on a regular basis as our partner in our business through lifestyle medicine. So one of the things that she had was that she would see in the emergency room so many patients who would come with conditions that can certainly be prevented. And now she's working on the other side where she can prevent them so they don't have to go to the emergency room. And she's like living a great life where she's still a physician, using her skills, helping people, and then living that life not only as a limited but also a general partner. So it can be a great thing, and I congratulate you on what you've been able to accomplish, where you're still teaching others the art of medicine, and teaching now people the art of real estate investment, especially in syndications.
That's correct. It's really a very good option for investing that is unknown to many of us. If you notice, we don't have any business training in medical school. Nobody teaches us how we're going to prepare for later. But I think having your little extra money, I think I could retire too, but I find my choice. I like to practice. I like to continue the learning, never stop learning. I tell people there are, like I'm discovering other assets in commercial real estate. So I'm primarily multifamily, but let me tell you, a trick is there are others there too. No? So it's always good to be learning, and I'm happy for your friend. You see what you're able to do that too, because I think the situation for doctors is different. So you really need to decide what's best for you. And I think your health, your wellness is top priority. So if you work well for her, good, good. Because I know it can happen with real estate. The passive income is an incredible way to, I mean, through real estate, it's an incredible way to produce it through real estate.
So I'm going to ask you a personal question, okay? Because we're talking about wellness in medicine, and we also have to give the example as physicians. And thinking about real estate and the changes in your life and wellness and lifestyle medicine. Lifestyle medicine has 6 pillars, right? It has about diet and sleep, exercise, substances, relationship with others, and stress. So, from all those 6 things, how has your life changed because you're involved in real estate? Any changes with less or more
I
stress,
would
or
say stress. Yeah, it reduces stress. When you see your finances going really well, and you don't have to rely on your clinical income, really. I'm in a private lab. A good example is when we lose accounts, we all suffer stress. No, I don't suffer that anymore. I just know because we're good, more accounts will come. We serve other physicians. There are our accounts. And I think my colleague, my main business associate here, he also likes real estate. So he experiences the same. He has other sources of income. So we like don't panic. Let's say when a client goes, another comes back. But overall, we're very healthy. I think we have. But of all those components you mentioned, I would say the sleep well and stress, probably. That's how it has impacted my life. Happiness,
and
how
what
you
do you think about your relationship with others, like with your residents and the people that you're working with?
I think it impacts tremendously because when you feel better, you are able to give better. I think I'm more practical too. I don't get confused. I remember when I was not doing this, and I always thought because I was trained the old way, by my parents. They say, "Oh, you have to have a good job, but you need to work hard." That's all I got from them. And I say, "Oh my God, you always think if I don't survive in this group, I'm gonna have to go to another." When you don't have that kind of stress, you are able to deliver better, even as a teacher, because I don't have anything conflict in my mind. I just do the case. If somebody is sitting with me by my scope, okay, good, share it. And I think I've been able to organize my mind better because there is that extra factor that you have removed the stress, the financial concerns. I don't think I have experienced that recently.
So there's right now we're in a situation where so many physicians are expressing that they have symptoms of burnout. Depending on who you ask and where you ask, it can be up to 60 something percent. What would you tell those physicians right now, based on your experience?
Well, I would, that gets a little personal, because you do the life coaching, but we need to find out what is causing the burnout first. And if I'm not exercising as a coach. In a way, I am, not just for the finances, but when I experience that is more personal, it doesn't have to do exactly with the finances, then it's another, they really need help. I truly believe in life coaching, and I advise that when I can, a lot of people are not open-minded, like you and I are. For example, no, we live in life coaching. But when I can, especially when it touches the financial side, that they happen to mention that, for example, they don't have enough money for their kids, or they haven't saved enough, like they saw kids is going to start college, and I immediately start advising when I can on the financial part. But when it's about the life part, it could be a relationship problem. I think that's very common. I feel sure, to be honest, about that, because I haven't had the training that you guys have had for the life coaching to advise on a relationship. So I try to just help in the areas I feel a little more versed, no, more informed.
So let's move on to your coaching that you do for financial right now. When you have a physician coming to you, what's the best type of physician that will benefit from your program?
People who feel they have that extra income either in their savings or cash and they don't know how to invest, those are the best people. I would say people who are out of training at least 5 years, especially if most of the American graduates, I wouldn't say most, but a significant number have debt, no, and they're concerned about that. They want to buy their home, they just got married, but people who are telling me, yeah, I have money in my IRA, my 401k, or I'm saving, how can I invest? Yeah, those are the people that are ready to invest in real estate. And
We
I
didn't
also
talk
try,
much about the 401k, I think, in our podcast. Anything that you want to say about the 401k versus real estate investment that you can say?
oh yes, please, all of you who are listening, your money in the 401k is not going to grow. I was there just because that's the route we all follow. It's not going to grow, number one, because you don't manage a 401k. It's somebody your employer hires. So you have a limited number of funds that you can choose, and if they go well,